Hello, hello, and welcome to Dark Souls 3. I wasn't initially going to play this anytime soon, but apparently the puppies are misbehaving in the other room. But as it turns out, I just wasn't sure what to stream tonight, and I've been craving a little bit of FromSoft. So I figured, why not treat myself a little bit, huh? And hello, T-Rex, to you. How has your day been? You are a very lucky individual, because you will be helping me design my character.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, and Rose here too.
Where the transitory land
How's the volume? Sounds a little bit quiet to me.
In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades.
Alright, what we're gonna do is go ahead and go back. Game's quiet, I agree. We're gonna turn that up. Music, I'm unsure of because it can get kind of loud sometimes, and I'm also a little bit sleepy, but we'll set it there, see how it works.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant.
I still think it sounds wrong. Alright, we're gonna try one more time because I do not remember the sound being where the music is drowning out the dialogue. So we're gonna turn the voice up, sound effects up, and see if that helps. One more time, let's see.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
I'm starting to think it doesn't matter what settings I use for the intro. Yes, indeed. Hello, Snaris.
The pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. In venturing north, the
I love the Dark Souls intros. They're all spectacular.
Fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the abyss watches. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Sorry, I just nutted a little bit. God, what a fucking strong introduction. I'm gonna assume you think it's the small flu? Alright, yeah, that sucks. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dark Souls. Oh no, fuck you. Eris, I can't believe you'd say that. Let's see, everyone is here, so sorry T-Rex, you will not be the only one responsible for creating a monstrosity. Third time's the charm. What's up, Eris? Hey, T-Rex. I'm good, just chilling. Eris has a candle going. Uh-oh, don't fall asleep. Eris says, how are you? T-Rex is eating dinner. What's for dinner? Spaghetti! Must be nice to eat, says Ro. Indy's out here trying to get help. We're trying to help get the tool-assisted shit-yourself speedrun. For those unaware, Ro has some kind of illness that is giving them stomach trouble. The poops. And Indy gifted them with a nice, fatty brisket, which apparently makes people shit themselves, which I legitimately had no idea about, because to me, brisket is always... I will say, Doc, you sound louder than you usually do versus game audio. Oh, okay. So, is that good or bad? Do I need to adjust? Ro is peeing from their butt. Damn, I hate when the cloaca do that. Hey, Blondie, how are you? Game could be a bit louder. I'll see what I can do. First things first, we are going to Brisket usually loosens my stool, but I do love it. So first things first, we're going to go to the depraved, or the deprived class. Face presets. Pfft. Alright, so let's start off with the builds, everyone. So we got our standard... I suppose first we should say, are we a Womban or a Man? Are we a Man or a Womban? Skip... Turn your hearing aids up, Eris. When I get a chance, I'll see if I can turn the game up anymore. We'll see how it is in-game. Are we human or are we a dancer? Woman? Final paper underway. How are y'all doing? That's good to hear, Blondie. I'm doing alright-ish. My throat is a little bit, all over the place. Alright, how old are we? Are we... Hey, good job, Blondie. Yeah? How saggy are our tatas? Doing alright, just finished. Not enough people make women creatures in character creation. Oh, you want to see some of my fucking creations? Real quick? Hold on. Where is... So I have made, you know, somewhat normal-looking women, but I have also made Ogtha! My favorite. The Oh, I fucking love Ogtha. I kind of want to just play as Ogtha again. I love the age determines titty droop most prominently. Yeah. So, let's go back. We are... Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Let's start with a... Doc, you made a self-portrait? Shh. Shh. Age, how droopy do we want the boobs? I think we want it pretty droopy. I will say, like, the old lady's got a fucking six-pack. God damn. Lol. Rex, that's anti-Semitic. No, it's not. You're fine. Do we want mature lady or do we want droopy boobs, ripped abs? Hell yeah! Build, do we want to go the standard, everything's proportional, slim, very slim, thick, super thick, thick top, thick bottom, small head, or big head? The ideal woman. I kind of like big head, but I wish it gave us the option to do, like, mix and match, where we could make a smaller head, thick body, thick upper torso. Alright. Well, actually, I do think there is a way to... no, hold on. Build details. Yes, we can. In fact, we're going to make the chest massive, thick top. Can we make the head massive, too? No, maybe we make it tiny. Create a character who birthed 7 children and then decided to get into kickboxing. Alright, we're going to make the head as small as possible while keeping the chest as large as possible. Abdomen... What is that? Oh, okay, it's like the waist, kinda. So I want to keep that large. How large can we make the abdomen? Hold on. Ooh, we can be fucking wide. Okay, but I want to make the legs like chicken legs. I think that will be really good. I hate that it doesn't give you, like, complete control. No leg day, though. Okay, so if I want chicken legs, I have to do that. But, let's see, can I turn up this without making it too much? Okay, okay. That's not bad. And the arms, of course. I think we need to keep the arms fucking massive. She's a Rosslyn chomp. Yeah. 7 children ate the calcium from her shin bones. You know Romulus and Remus, the children of Rome? She's the wolf that breastfed them. They just couldn't tell that she was human. Oh, no, 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 I want to save that. Okay. Boom. I love how squished her titties are. They're like sticking straight out pancakes. That's her name, oh my god. Lupa the She-Wolf. Hell yeah, I like the way you think. Alright. She is the mother of Rome. Age, of course, aged. Physique. Musculature. Oh, we're gonna be fucking disgustingly ripped. Body hair. Ooh, do we want a little bit of tuft on there? I mean, she is the she-wolf. I feel like it would be wrong to not include a little bit of hair from all the steroid use. Yes. Fantastic. Do it. The mother of Rome is a brick shithouse on toothpick stilts. Gotta be hairy. Absolutely. Base skin... I love how it kept the eyes and the eyebrow and the hair. The unibrow is beautiful. Base skin color, let's see. Do any of these, what kind of color? Do we want to go, like, for a bronzy kind of skin tone, or, like, maybe a pale? I mean, technically we have a color scale, so we can do just about any color we want. Make her glow with the light of the eternal empire. Alright. Hold on. Oh my god. Full Donald Trump. Wait, does this make it black? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna go all the... Dear God. Dear God. Oh God! What have I done? What monstrosity is this? That is a... Whew. She's beautiful. That's the color we're going with? Who needs a flashbang when you got this? Is this the color we're going with, guys? Whoa, that's just my best friend, Radiant. I think that's a consensus for the most part. This is the color we have decided on. Pale warm. I'm gonna see how it looks if I turn the other bits down a little bit. This almost looks like ghostly. Oh my god, what's her skincare routine? I kind of like this. What are y'all's thoughts? Oh god, her eyes look like yellow with this skin tone. Change it back. Baby pink is iconic. Do it. Alright, so we got one change it back, one I think stay. I do kind of fuck with the pink. Make it pinker. I want to torture Doc's eyes every time he looks at it. Make it Barbie pink. There you go, Eris. Yes, hot pink. I don't think I'm going to make the skin hot pink, but if you guys want the hot pink, I will give it the hair. Or red, like the coat of a legionnaire. I'll do, like, this. This is still, like, flashbang material, but you can actually have, like, a little bit of depth. Like, you can actually see the lips and stuff and the cracks in the face. I think that's good. I think whiter to pink on the skin, TBH. Because we want to make sure all the hideous details are visible. And the more, like, just blindingly white it is, the less you kind of get that. Hair should be bright red to continue your habit of making hot red hair ladies. Mayhaps. We'll see. I kind of like this as a skin color. What do you guys think? I think this is still flashbang white, but also pink enough to give, like, the wrinkles some visibility. I like it there. Everyone else's consensus? Looks good. Nice. Alright, we'll keep it there then. Well, I guess the puppy is causing issues. Oh, not the skin color. Face details. Features. Apparent age. Oh, come on. Who do you think we're dealing with? She fucking ancient. Facial aesthetic. What does masculine to feminine do? Apparently it just makes your face softer or, like, smaller. Masculine. I disapprove. Off to a good start. Off to a good start. Neanderthal slider. Ooh. Ooh, we're off to a good start. Good start. Obviously, as the mother of Rome, she has to be the peak of femininity. She is the peel. Is it supposed to be peak? In which case, maybe... Oh, I kind of like the anime eyes. I kind of like the Ugu massive eyes. Could sail a boat across the Mediterranean with that nose. Peak. So we want her old, we want her feminine, and we want her strong. It's so thin! I'm feeling a gust every time she turns. Hell yeah. Oh, I like this. This is a good start, I think. Face shape. Balance. Alright, let's see. Nose size. Her nose calls to mind the eagle standard. A perfect woman. Do we want to make her nose even thinner? Why does she look angry now? Why is it changing her eyebrows? That is weird. Also, it looks like she now has an overbite. What in the world does this even affect? I can't tell, like, what it affects on the nose. It, like, makes it slightly shorter, I think? I think it's changing the bridge, which messes with the eyebrow shape. Oh my god, her eyes droop over the eyelashes! The fucking eyelashes! I kind of fuck with it. But more than anything, I love the way her mouth goes up, like, mmm. Let's see if there's a point in the middle that we like. A battle-hardened maiden. Because I want to have... Careful, any section, we're going to see Rule 34 art. Hello, Nappa! How are you doing? I want to keep the big anime eyes. It gives stuck-up peasant child. I like the haughty lip, but I also really want the big anime eyes to be visible. Nappa's doing good, eating Panda Express. Oh god, look at the tiny ass jaw. Ooh, I kinda fuck with this. Hell yeah, love Panda Express. What'd you get? Let's try the nose to forehead ratio. What does this change? I think it changes the angle of, like, the forehead and nose. Do you want to give her just an incredibly large... I mean, either way, we keep the anime eyes, so I think I'm fine with that. What do you guys think? Is there, like, a point in between the extreme... Ooh, actually, that's not too bad. Gets kind of like a weird crest. Bigger plate got walnut shrimp, Beijing beef, and orange chicken. My sides are half and half, chow mein and veggie fried rice. Sounds good. Face protrusion. This ought to be fun. How's everyone in chat doing? Why the long face? She's turned into a horse. Hashime, Hashime, Uma Musume. I always get rice ball with teriyaki. Peak meal, all you need. Wish they had scallion pancakes. I love the little chipmunk cheeks. Can we make those vertical face spacing? Her face is long because she weeps for the future of Rome. Oh god, I see where it's actually affecting. That sounds good. Let's give her some strong bones. We want her to have some strong protrusions. Do we want her face to be wide, or do we want it to be gaunt? Facial feature slant. Down. Or maybe up? Ooh, I kind of... Her neck is interesting. It'll get more interesting. I kind of fuck with the upward slant. Nep says I haven't had spicy mustard for a sec. I may turn the skin tone down a little bit more so we can see the wrinkles a bit better, but... Horizontal face. She's ready for her first day of school. It makes her nose smaller. We can't have that. So this goes all... Oh, she's beautiful. Hit random to see if you get horrors beyond imagination. This isn't horror beyond imagination. Forehead / glabella. Forehead depth. Let's have a... Is she... How worried is she? Is she scared or is she focused? I feel like she's out of her league here. I feel like she doesn't know what the fuck is happening. I feel like she was just on her way to school one day and then got isekai'd. After I finish this character, I'll hit random. I'll save this and then hit random to see what we get. Forehead protrusion. Should the hair be more condescending? Scared but determined. Ooh, like Grace. Okay, so let's do the... Ooh, that's a good worried look. Nose bridge height. I think we want that. She's scared, but luckily she thought to bring her botany class homework. Ah, reference to the greatest isekai of all time. I think... I like doing the extremes, but I feel like this is a good spot for where we're getting that kind of worried, but also driven. Bridge protrusion. Concave, convex. Bridge protrusion 2. What? Her eyes are now looking inwards. Dear God. Oof. Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that. Bridge width. We're gonna go with, that's a little too worried. We're gonna go with, like, around here-ish. Like around there. I think that looks like a good part. Brow ridge. Ooh, do we want some high brows or low brows? You can't really tell because of the way the face has morphed downwards. So making a high brow actually makes it like appear lower because the top of the where it would normally sit on the bone is now angled downwards. So having a low brow actually makes it look taller. But she's got to be hairy, so we got to give her as much brow as that's fucking glorious. Also, I just realized, like, the tip of her nose is thicker than the back. The worried determination of whether or not she can fit all the coke up her snoz pipe. Yeah. Inner brow ridge. Ooh. I think, like, around here-ish, outer brow ridge. Can we get that hot? This is the best fucking slider yet! She can't fucking see. The skin comes down as a flap in front of her eyes. Oh my god. This is definitely a creature worth pitying. You can see a deep sorrow in those eyes now. Speaking of the eyes... I feel like the lower ones protrude more sadness. Eye size? Oh, we gotta make these things fucking large. This is a creature of immeasurable pain. Oh god, her eyelashes are now clipping through. Oh my god, hold on. Oh god, that's... Eye spacing? Oh, we gotta narrow that down. Or maybe wide? I love the way her eyes are clipping through her brows. I think we're nailing it. I think this is... She's so pitiable. Oh, hold on. Can we give her a high nose? Oh my god, it goes up. Dear God. Oh, actually, I kind of like the... I kind of like the tiny nose. I kind of fuck with that. What do we think is funnier? Massive beak? Or, like, teeny tiny, almost... Or maybe, like, somewhere in between? Because if it's all just nose, then that very quickly detracts from the eyes. No, actually, I kind of like the elephant look. It's almost like I could trace the top ridge of her nose. It's an old Russian woman waiting for her son to come home from the war. Dudush, or babushka. I have not seen little Yuri in so long. Where is my little grandchild? I think we want to have it big, but not too big. Baba Yaga. I think like around here is fine. Nose ridge length. Hold on. Ooh, we can make it long. What does that look like with the small? Incredible. Nose position. Ooh, can we move it? I actually think the nose position is more or less fine where it was. Maybe like a little bit up. It reminds me of the scientist from Venture Bros, the redhead one. I am not aware. I have never seen it. By the way, that word is fallen out of style, my dude. Nose tip height. Can actually gouge someone's eyes. Oh god, her eyes are going through her eyebrows now. Nose protrusion. Yeah, I think this needs to be up high. Nose height. Yeah. Nose slant. It's kind of starting to look like Edna mode. No caps. I am not an elephant. I am a human being. Okay, I've got to focus on the fucking paper. Have a good night. Good night, Blondie. I'm sorry for whatever this is. Let's see. Okay, now onto the nostrils. Yeah, I think that works. Nostril size. No, that removes some of the interesting shape of the nose. I like the weird hook it has. Nostril width. Well, it actually gives her... On Thursdays, Doc subjects us to horrors beyond mortal ken. You know it. Her nose is now so thin you can see... There's a hole in it! There's a fucking hole in the texture, you can see it! Ah! It's like tissue paper! Mortal Barbie is fine with it, though. Nasal size. What does this do? I think we messed it up so much that this slider doesn't even do anything. So So we'll just make... Oh, hold on. It makes it more red. Okay, now cheeks. Ooh, how high are her cheekbones? I feel like she's... As the picture of femininity, she's got to have high cheekbones, right? Ooh. On the other hand... That's really good. She looks so fucking sad to be alive. I'm sorry, little one. What have I done? Oh no! She looks like a really sad slug. Oh no! Cheekbone width. Oh, roll, I finally got it. Oh, I fucking... No, these have got to be really slight. Cheekbone height. The face looks like it cracks walnuts for pure sexual thrill. I don't know what that means, but I can't really deny it. Ooh, I think having it wide actually looks a little bit funnier. Alright, cheekbone, convex or concave? Aries, you make me sad. Dear God. She looks so sad and pitiable. Let's give her more of a blocky face. More reason to hate being alive. SMH Doc doesn't understand the sexual thrill of cracking walnuts. Ooh, actually, what if I make the cheeks thick and then this? Yeah, it's my curse. Ooh, I think this might be... I think this might be the best one. With the weird, like, negative cheek, massive jaw. I think that's the look we're going for. Lips. I can't really... Oh, you know we gotta go for... Somehow the happy face looks more sad. Lip fullness? Oh, Baby Cakes has got to have some luscious lips. Lip size? Large. Lips? None for me, please. She looks like a fucking Mako shark now. Lip thickness. Why does she look like... We have somehow gone all the way around and she is now a Giga Chad. Okay, maybe she's too happy. No lips, only pain. There we go. That looks better. master has given Dobby a sock. Mouth protrusion. This is like in The Matrix, where like Neo's mouth disappears. It all just becomes smooth. It's like the beginning of that. Hold on, if I save that, where is cosmetics? Where is lipstick? The nose is so thin. Would no hair be scarier? We haven't decided on hair yet. I love the fact that the lips are like that. Ooh, there we go. Actually, I kind of. Now that they've got some color on them. Ah, pierogi's hot. Silly Eris. We're getting into sad puppy territory with that. Lip fullness. Maybe we turn that down a bit, make them a little less plump. We gotta make her happy. She's trying to keep, She's trying her best, right? Like, she wants to succeed, but, life is just beating her down. Okay, mouth. Eris, pierogi is already plural. Please don't disrespect my West Asian culture. Oh, now it looks like a really sad smile. Yeah, beating her with an ugly stick. Do you wanna... I kind of like having, like, a little bit of a sad smile. She's, like, trying her best. Yeah, let's keep that. Mouth slant up or down? I'm not seeing much of a difference head on. Head on, she almost looks human. She almost looks normal. Occlusion. Ooh, baby, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Give her that pout. Oh my god, her nose hangs down. If I look like that, my best would be keeping the gun from my mouth. Why does the mouth look so much more detailed than the rest of her? It's like photorealistic lips on just the weirdest... She'd be perfect at the nunnery. Slap a habit on this bitch and I'd find her attractive. Mouth to chin distance. Ooh, Ooh, actually... I think that's good. She's got... But while we're doing that, then we gotta widen up the mouth a little bit, like that. What a woman. And then the chin. Chin tip protrusion. Oh god, we can move the... Do we want it to be forward or do we want it to be back? I kinda like the backwards, the backwards chin. It really emphasizes the lower lip and the wrinkles. She looks like she eats corn really loudly. She looks like she can't really eat the corn off the cob. From the side, she's a disapproving grandpa. Mayhaps. Chin length. Ooh, can we make that really long? That's as long as we can make it. Chin protrusion. Stupid dog. She's turned into a Eustace. Too bad the nose doesn't have giggle physics. I think we need to have, like, the thickness of the chin be somewhat normal to really drive home the absurdity of the lips. She looks upsetting to go to the state fair with. Damn autocorrect chin size. Like, on one hand, the hilarity of the big chin is pretty good, but at the same time, just the sheer sadness of the small chin brings in, I think, is really what we're looking for. Maybe, like, somewhere around there. Yeah. Chin height? No, we gotta make the chin have, you know, a little bit of depth to it. Yeah, there we go. Chin width. Ooh, can we make it super thin? I love how through this entire process, the Bob remains a stalwart witness. If only the crimson chin could be made. We made her chin into a razor blade. That is something. Alright. Jaw, let's see. Ooh, we want to keep that large jaw width. Ooh, that adds to, like, the poutiness. Lower jaw. Let's make that high to give it... Ooh, I feel like if we really want the shape, we gotta get that to be a little bit more. Jaw contour. Do we want it to be thick-ass jaw? I kind of want a thick-ass jaw on her. How does it affect the blade chin? The blade chin is still there, so can her eyes be made wetter? I'll see what I can do. But she is not having a good first day of school, I'll tell you that. Hair and facial hair. Okay, so now we get the choice for colors. You said, Eris, you wanted it to be hot pink? Or like a Barbie pink? It looks kind of off with the hair. Doesn't quite look right. I think that may be as, like, pink. Ooh, hold on. We're getting more like purpley. I think this is like as pink as we can kind of get it. What about dark blue-green? Okay, okay. I like what you're coming up with. Ooh, do we mossy? Do we want it like that? Is that kind of what you're looking for? It's kind of hard to get like a blue-green look to it. Also, I just realized, oh no, that is the color for all of it. Or no, hair color. Is this kind of close enough? Welcome back, P3 Fuka. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Then let's see, hair. What kind of hair do we want? So let's start off with bald, of course. Dear God. Dear fucking God. We can get a little bit... we could do trailer park. The dad that is balding but thinks he looks cool with it, but really doesn't. Punk. Messy. The broccoli head. Ooh. Farewell, my bub loved. The comb over. The seaweed. Ooh, the Leon. The fucking Zach Bagans look. The Joker, baby. The Bishi Rurouni Kenshin boy band. The back of the neck clipping. Alright, let's take a look at the actual female hairstyles. The bob is pretty fucking good. I do like it. Wavy, long. We could do a ponytail. Do a top bun with like a streak. I don't know what these hairstyles are called. We could do the braid. Ooh, straight hair with the side bang. What, this one? We could do the twin tails. Do the long ponytail. No, up one. This one. Twin tails. I kind of like the twin tails as well, but we'll see. Is this the one you're talking about, Eris? She's a swamp creature. Yeah, I kind of like the pigtails. It's Orochimaru on Fent. That is how I've been described in the past, yeah. She looks like a dude from Metalocalypse with the straight hair. Yeah. I think this one is also pretty good. But I also think that if we don't give her like a really girly haircut, and we add facial hair, she'll just look like a dude. What's the most Karen cut? I mean, it's gotta be the, Do we want to stick with the unibrow? I kind of like the really bushy brows. Oh, big bushy, please. These ones, I kind of agree. Brow color. Do we want to keep those the same color, or do we want to... Are thick brows back in yet? Thick brows. Do we want to keep that the same color, or do we want to do something weird with it? Oh, yeah, there we go. I think that's what we want. I think that's what we want right there. Orange? We could do orange. The orange isn't really showing up all that well, if I'm being honest, but I do kind of like the pink. The pink makes her look like a member of the Mox. Girly Pop is so concerned about the economic state of the world. This will be bad for the trout population. I like the pink. I'm gonna go with the pink. I think a beard is too much. I think if we do a beard, that's a little too much, a little silly. Her zodiac might kill itself. Eyelashes, oh, we gotta have the longest eyelashes possible. Eyelash color? No beard, I agree. Can we make her eyelashes, like, blue? Let's do, like, that. Pupils. Okay, so right pupil. What do we think? I think we have big pupil. Do we want a solid color, or do we want to have, like, yellow eyelashes? Maybe that is bright enough to see. No. Eyelashes really don't stand out at all, no matter what color you pick. They're too small, really. But if you want to do yellow for something, maybe we can do the lips. For the eyes, do we want to... I feel like the solid color is way better. Again, like, the photorealistic eyes are also kind of good. Can you do a big and small iris, like with Uncle Ruckus? Yeah, let's see. One regular, one cataract. I think this is the small eye. Do we want the solid one to be that, or do we want the... Ooh, yeah, I think the cataract one should be smaller. Alright, now, do we want the colors to be the same? Ooh, that definitely shows up. Do we want it to be piss yellow, or do we want it to be like a pale yellow? A brown and pink eye. I kind of like the yellow for the cataract one. Chartreuse. I don't know what color chartreuse is. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you. Alright, hold on, let me look this up. Chartreuse. God, that's an ugly fucking color. It's like around here-ish. Maybe a bit. It's like around here. Chartreuse sounds like a name of a rich person's cat, lol. Yeah, I think like around here. Chartreuse. Chartreuse. A bit more yellow. I think it's like around here-ish. I'm going based off of the eye, not necessarily the color in the box. I think that this is kind of like as close as we're gonna get with it. Okay. Left pupil color. What are we thinking? I heard brown, or pink. We don't talk much anymore, but I have an internet friend who once said his favorite color is chartreuse. Gross. Oh my god. You wouldn't like the demon in me. I won't talk to them either. Hideous color. Yeah. What are we feeling? I'm kind of feeling the orange-red. I feel like that stands out pretty well. And again, maybe like a purpley. How fucking anime do we want this to be? Should we make her eye like Sugoi pink? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I think that's pretty good. Maybe we could use a little more light in it. Eris has just received a ray of inspiration. That's on me, sorry. Bright blue. She's kind of Mountain Dew themed. I disagree. Very much so. Alright, cosmetics. Tone around eyes. I'm not seeing much of a difference, but eye socket, we want this shit to be... Girly Pop has been crying. It's my party, I could cry if I want to. Eyelid brightness. Let's make that a bit lighter. Oh, Girly Pop. Eyelid color. Do we want it to be red or like pale? Oh, I know. Make it dark, like severe stress around the eye. Eyeliner? Ooh, we gotta go with a dark. I'm gonna go take a nap, number 7. Alright, take care, Ro. Sorry this is taking so long, but this is a very important part of the game, and it's one of my favorites. I always love character creation. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, lol. Hell yeah. Some people are like, yeah, I want to get to the game. This is the game for me. Alright, tattoos and marks. Remember, I can adjust the size or move them around. First Dark Souls episode is always just character creation, right? Ooh. This one kind of looks like Tears. Do we wanna go all in on making her have like smeared mascara? Let's make it black. You can't really make it all that dark, huh? Let's make her sad. Why don't we try, like... for now, we'll keep it as, like, the black. But let's go ahead and move it up. I think that's more or less like where it needs to be, right? And that's as big as we can get it. Okay. Let's see. What color do we want to do for this? If we make it yellow, it's just straight up clown makeup. Why is blue like a pink? Any more deranged and it'll be the most normal looking smiling Friends character. I kind of fuck with this one. Though honestly, I think the sort of more muted, the quote-unquote black tattoo, I think, looks the best, if I'm being honest. So we're going to go ahead and save that to favorites. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part, voice. I think having a shrill voice is way funnier. So we're gonna give her that. Alright, now that we have finished, whatever this is, what class are we thinking? Which outfit? I'm sorry, hold on. Not the nose peeking out. I like the knight starting kit the most, but all of them are pretty like interchangeably good. Nose too powerful for mask. Do we want to do that? The thief? Okay, we'll start as a thief. A burial gift. Do we want a life ring? We don't really need that. Hidden blessing, not really good. Black firebomb, not really. Sovereignless soul. Sovereignless soul of one who slept beside you, used to acquire many souls. Burial gift for good fortune after death. Greatly increases item discovery for a short while. Cracked red eye orb or young white branch. The young white branch is cool, and it lets you skip a part of the game, but that part that you skip is not really all that important. White branch? No. I'm not going to do the white branch because it's so simple just to go talk to the giant. I'm going to take the fire gem. It almost looks like she has a mustache, but it's just the crease from, like, the shadow of how much her cheeks hang over her mouth. Beautiful. Alright, and now we need a name. This is the important part. We could do Lupa the She-Wolf, but I want to see if there's other names. I think the She-Wolf will definitely be the title. But let's see if we have other recommendations. Sniffany. I want it to be, like, refined. She's more like a pelican at this point. Maybe Thrag? No, Hogart. Sniffany, the one who knows. I'm gonna name her Hogart. Ebony Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, Nuzzelina. Nazalia, maybe. Okay, yeah, let's do Nazalia. Nazalia the Wolf. No, we gotta have the she in there so that people do in fact know. Oh, that's actually the character limit, so we have to do Nazalia She-Wolf. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and get started, eh? This is one of the characters of all time. Christ, I had a bit too much to drink! Me on a Thursday night. Oh god, the hairy ass pale arms. She looks so worried. She's so worried. Guys, I don't know if we're gonna make it out of this one, okay? Okay, O is roll and sprint. I don't like the range of the knife, so we're gonna find... I can't remember if you can get a decent sword before that. Soul of a desecrated corpse. Oh god, just the sheer girth of this womban. And if you don't know, this appears to be... Is his name Oscar? I forget his name. The Knight of fucking Astora that rescues you in Dark Souls 1. And of course, the game physics are as beautiful as the day I left them. Kicking is good, but also I find it sometimes a little bit difficult to do. Oh, you thought you're hot shit, huh? Is there another one coming? Not yet. There's one hiding there, another is around the corner. Let's backstab him. Like the sneak thief we are. And our shield is not good enough to block all of the damage, so we will take a little bit of chip damage. Is this the way that I think it is? Turn back. Yep. Let's see if it's been a hot minute since I've played, but let's see if my skills are still up to snuff. I think you can cut off its tail to get something. I don't remember if you can for the crystal lizards. A lot of the times in Dark Souls you can. I don't remember if this is one of them. I'll try. Let's see. Come on. Oh, we do not want to get hit by that. And our targeting broke off. Come on. Come on, you know you want to roll. You can't cut off tails in DS3. Thank you for letting me know. So I won't even bother with that, then. You aren't doing too bad. Come back here. You gonna roll? No? You wanna... Okay, I haven't seen that attack before. Come here, buddy boy. You gonna do a roll? No? Ooh. That was not timed right. Got a little too complacent near the end. Ah, oh, damn. That was like one more hit would have killed it. Alright, I'll come back for it in a little bit. I could definitely beat it, but I'll come back when it's a little bit. Actually, I'm probably just gonna go... replace my Ashen Estus flasks with regular Estus, and then try again. Good try. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of practice, as you can probably tell. I haven't played since Elden Ring, where, I did beat all of the bosses in the DLC. I think like a couple weeks after it came out, I finally beat Discord Kitten Radon, but... So I'm not, like, hopeless at these games, but I'm definitely not, like, first try everything, nothing can touch me. You know, I'm okay. I'm passable. We played Bloodborne together. Oh yeah, I suppose that was, I mean, Bloodborne is... yeah, no, it's similar enough. I was gonna say, Bloodborne has always filled, like, a different space for me, like, mentally. Because it feels very different from Dark Souls. At least to me it does. Bonfire lit. Got the rest emote. We can't do anything there. There is there a guy down here? There's a guy over there. You want to drop anything? No. Bloodborne is more unique, in my humble opinion. Well, I don't like the range of this dagger. Its speed is quite good. Cleric's Sacred Chime. Wow, this is useless. Okay, so that's jump. We are going to use jump to get over there. Not quite. We're gonna do a plunging attack, get your soul. I was trying to look around. I suppose I already activated the guy that ambushes. Fire bombs, fading soul. Similar to Bloodborne, there is a summon that you can do for this boss, for the first boss. But you're probably not going to be able to until New Game Plus, when you come through and you actually have your Ember restored. Which is similar to having Insight. There we go. We get our first Titanate Shard, which is a upgrade material for our weapons. Weapons are much easier to upgrade in this game. By a lot. Compared to Bloodborne, where you can only get... Before the DLC came out, you could only upgrade one weapon to plus 10 per playthrough. This is a lot easier to do. I don't... No, later on is where we get the, there's a halberd in one of the corners of the arena. We come back to this specific arena for something later. Not to spoil too much. Ooh. And then it becomes, Ka from the Jungle Book. Ow. I gotta remember to actually roll towards attacks instead of away. It's a bad habit of mine. But yeah, we got ourselves the Coiled Sword, our first item, which may look somewhat familiar, depending on how observant you are. That is to say, it is the sword in the bonfires. And you can see we have now been kindled. When we defeat bosses, we obtain embers, which will give us a really cool glowing fire effect on our armor and stuff, where you can see like little embers falling off. I think it looks sick. I always find Snake Phase easier than Gundyr Phase. I agree and disagree. On one hand, it's a lot less dangerous. On the other, I have a really hard time reading it because there's so much movement in, like, the body. It gives me not quite vertigo, but like it's hard for my eyes to track. Either way, it's not a very difficult fight overall. Broken straight sword, which is... Actually, no, it won't be useful for a long time. I forgot. Forging in this game is very different from forging in Dark Souls. Namely, that I can't upgrade my fucking armor. Kicks, which you just saw me do there, which are done by pressing the left stick and attacking at the same time very quickly. I find more often than not, it just ends up walking forward and then swinging. Which is why I don't do it too often. But it can be used to break guards, like what that skeleton was doing with their shield up. And it will stun them for a moment, so you can get a few hits in. And for weaker enemies, that's really all you need. Excuse me? Wait. Hold on. Fuck! I was trying to do the kick. You can see what I mean by it doesn't always work right. That's sad. I wanted to Spartan kick him. I wanted to send him into the abyss. The other thing you can do with enemies that like to guard a lot is bait attacks. You saw when I attacked their shield, I got, like, deflected and had a split second of an open window where they could have attacked. But right now we're still early game and they won't seize that opportunity. But it's important to know that other enemies and stuff also have that same thing. So if you're guarding and they hit it, they will ping off and you will get a chance to counter. Which is good for killing stuff. And people say that these dogs are like the Bloodborne dogs. I disagree. I think Bloodborne dogs are way scarier in terms of like how they move and stuff. I think they're more erratic. But these ones definitely have a little bit of fight to them. Anyways, let us enter a place that people familiar with this series may know. Welcome to Firelink Shrine. And everybody say hello to the best Dark Souls waifu, Fight Me.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
And now that we have met the Shrine Maiden, we are able to level
Very
up.
well, then take not.
But we're not going to do that quite yet.
Farewell, Ashen One.
May the flames guide thee. We're going to go ahead and embed the coiled sword we picked up and light the fire. And who's that looking down at us? But a small man with a big crown. Does he have a name? Seen Aldrich of the Deep, that's not it. Ludlith the Exiled. Hello.
O thou unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludlith of Corland.
Can't help but notice you got no
in
legs.
bewilderment
Lieutenant Dan!
as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse.
I can't not look at the foot.
This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look.
I'm like tapping my foot like, hurry the fuck up.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
Good for you.
Now, do not be away over long.
Lilith seems pretty chill, seeing as he is, the fire which keeps the balance of light and dark and whatnot going, and the world as we know it, all bright and sunny, is fading away, and we need 5 super-powered people to sacrifice themselves in order to reignite the fire. And of the 5 that were chosen, only 1 has decided to actually show up. So that's not a good start, but let's go ahead and talk to some of the other people here. Those of you who played Dark Souls 2 will recognize
Pleasure to make thine acquaintance,
this
Ashen
old,
One.
previous Firekeeper.
I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away.
Fair enough.
Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont? No?
Let's see what she's got for sale. I'm debating if I want to pick up a scimitar or a straight sword or a short sword, whatever it is, because frankly I just like the movesets on them more. I think I do kind of like the scimitar a bit more. Looks like it has less damage overall. But I think technically... Is it Dark Souls 3 where curved swords have bleeding? Or was that with Elden Ring they added that? I can't remember. It's also weaker in just about every way. Standard, thrust, slash, spin slash. Stance is pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and... Is there any better shields as well? Large leather shield gives 85. That's not too good, TBH. Let's go ahead and pick up a short sword, so that I have, you know, something that I'm happy with using. And we'll use the rest of our souls.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
Yes, and
Ashen
that brings
One.
to point very important part of the story, which is that we are in fact undead, as is basically everyone in this story. We will revive endlessly until we complete our goal. So it's not unfair to say that it is something of a curse. A cursed undead, as we are sometimes known in the games. And this game does delve a little bit into the nature of the curse later. Hey, Eris, quick question. Do you know if, is it this game or later games, or, sorry, Elden Ring, where curved swords have bleed damage? I don't think they do in this game, but I thought I'd ask.
Newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine.
Andre, the best fucking character.
Forging weapons. You're a toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms.
Aye.
Let me smith you weapons.
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the dialogue because the voices are like booming. Let's do that. Try again.
Well, a newcomer, I see.
Yeah, that's much better for me.
Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust.
Aye.
A toilsome journey, I'd wager. Let me smith you weapon. I am a smith.
Yeah, but more important than that, we are going to go ahead and get rid of the Ash and Estus flask because I'm not going to be using fucking magic.
Party, be careful. I don't want to see my work squat.
And then let's also go ahead and equip our sword so that I actually have a little bit more range. I mean, some of the curved swords have bleed, yes. Yeah, but it's not like all of them do, I don't think. So Andre is... But it's not just curved blades. Yeah. Andre is, of course, our best boy, smithy boy. He will upgrade our weapons and stuff as we go. He is by far one of the most important people here. Another person we need to talk to is you.
Another one roused from the sleep of death.
Yeah.
You're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right.
Is his name Hawkwood?
Gives me conniptions.
Gives me
And it'd have us
conniptions.
seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Off the top of my head, the Karthus weapons are bleed builds and they are curved.
Don't you think?
Yes, but it's not a property of curved swords.
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of the talking truth.
So he brings up a good point, which is these are 5 people who, by all means, have completed the story of Dark Souls. They have gathered untold power and been able to link the fire. No, I'd say not. Yeah. Before, and we're supposed to gather up 5 of them. This seems like the odds might be stacked against us, dare I say. Yeah, this place is, you know, kind of large. Strange. Dark Souls 3 isn't super like, this type of weapon does this. Yeah, no, Dark Souls 3 is pretty good with its weapons. Right, we need to go find them. Yeah, so we got a bunch of open space here. Hawkwood here is throwing a temper tantrum. You can see we can actually sheath our weapons if we decide to two-hand the other. So that's something cool that you can kind of do. It works better with Elden Ring, in my opinion, but, you know, technically you can sheath your sword if you want to walk around without anything. Oh, apparently I have a bow. I probably should have figured that, seeing as I have arrows on my back. But Hawkwood has some very nice armor that I would kill him to get because he's annoying otherwise.
Ashen one.
But you don't really get anything for it.
Produce the coiled, the mark.
Did that
to
already.
Very well.
Let's go ahead and level
Then to
up.
take
Now, the weapon I'm thinking of using this playthrough is... Those of you who know me, it will not be a surprise, but it will require some strength and dex. So we're going to go ahead and spec into that. Let me look up real quick what it requires so we can go ahead. It'll be a while before we can get it. Let me just double check the requirements. 18 strength, 20 dex. Okay. So we can go ahead and keep our dex a little bit low for now. We'll increase our... what does equip load? Vitality. We'll need that as well. Because all of the fun stuff in this game is heavy. Thank you very much. And of course, similar to Bloodborne... You! She didn't react. Fuck. Let's bow. She will return gestures to us. Am I not wearing gloves? I'm not wearing gloves. Very cool. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and travel to the High Wall of Lothric, which is the starting location. Well, not the starting location, that was the graveyard, but it is the beginning of our journey as we set off. The High Wall of Lothric. And we're in a room with a broken kiln with a coiled sword. So that used to be a bonfire of some kind, which is how we're able to travel here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the beauty of the world. This game is so cool. I love Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 especially, I think, has some of the best levels. While I think the overall world of Dark Souls 1 is better thought out and laid out, I think Dark Souls 3 is just the best of all the other great parts of the series. And it has the best weapons, by far, in my opinion. Bloodborne comes close, but the weapons in Dark Souls 3, we got a little something for everybody. Which way do we want to go first? I think this way is the way to get the binoculars, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Oh, actually, that's the guy with the lamp. Does that mean that, this might be the wrong way. Whatever. This path is progression. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Like the infusions in, Dark Souls 2. Yeah. The other one dead ends for now. Yeah, this is the one that I'm thinking of I want to do. The one with the dogs, and then you can drop down here to deal with, this bish. And anytime you see an enemy with a lantern or something to that effect, a seemingly dead enemy that has a light source on them, that is your clue that they are not dead, and they will get up to attack you and ambush you. So always keep an eye out for that little hint. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Might as well. Fuck, I forgot about you. bad, doggy. Can we lure this guy down as well? Oh. Yes, we can! Let's go ahead and take him out. I thought that body that rolled down was another enemy. And then we want to go ahead and run up here. I forgot about you. But we can actually just go ahead right out here. The DS3 dogs are so gnarly. Yeah, they're really mangled. But I still think Bloodborne has the best dogs. For several reasons. Alright, and then there's some things up here, and ooh, hold on, let's go ahead and admire those for a second. Those trees are sprouting out of these dudes. What an interesting effect. I'm sure I will get a chance to explain that later. But they put a crossbow guy there as a distraction to let that guy do something really bad for you. Which is, if you remember, Eudix Gundyr, who was the first boss that we fought, who turned into a giant, weird snake thing. He, in fact, turns into a similar one, but this one has full health, and you're fighting him in a tiny area, and he is very big. So it can be quite dangerous. Can't get up there. Is there a drop down that I remember vaguely? No, that's later. There's a spot to drop down. Full health and pronouns. Damn. This snake's got pronouns. There you are. I was wondering where the last one was. I could hear you dry heaving. And there is a gate down there, but it is currently locked from the other side, so we will have to circumnavigate. Take this. Oh, we managed to activate. Lovely, lovely, lovely. He hiss. Shut. God damn it, Eris. Well played. Well played. Fuck you, but well played. Wee wee. Can't touch this. Boo doo 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 doo. Can't touch this. Music hits me so hard. Silver corpse. Yes, you're sticking your tongue out, you little rat person. You can see this person is emitting a faint light, which means that they will, in fact, activate. I bounced off the wall there. There are others in this room. Yeah, there's one there, another behind the crates, but we don't need to worry about them until we go a little bit further in. If we look up there, we can see one is planning an ambush, but also these guys have lights on them, which means, of course, they are going to get up and attack us. These guys, however, will not unless we let... those guys with lanterns will activate or alert other enemies and cause them to attack. So you gotta be a bit careful. And you can see that this guy, he appears dead, but there is a source of light and his hand is twitching. Which of course means it's yet another trap. And over here, for our troubles, we pick up the binoculars. So I was remembering correctly about where the binoculars were, but... yeah. Yeah! Down here we get a little bit of a view of things to come. And let's just take a moment to admire this motherfucker. Because I haven't really called attention to it. But there is just straight up a goddamn dragon who appears to be rotting or something. And his bits are scattering to the winds. And he is not the only dragon we can find dead around here. There are several strewn about the place. Not exactly sure what happened, but there was some kind of purge of dragons that happened before we got here. I wonder what that's about. But if you come around this way, here's the little drop I was thinking of. If you come in here, you can find some gold pine resin. Gold pine resin, similar to other resins, is used to apply an elemental status to your right-hand weapon, your primary weapon. In this case, my short sword, and for pine resin, it is lightning. Why lightning? I don't know. What up, dude? Obligatory cat mention, my boy has been a resident of Snuggle City for 3 hours straight now. Happy times. We haven't been going for 3 hours, have we? No, okay. Phew. Scared me for a moment. I was like, I don't think we've been going for that long. I may have spent an hour and 15 minutes in the character creator, but I want to at least get, like, an hour and a half of actual gameplay, right? Gotta give you guys something to nibble on. I suppose what I could have done was do like a 0.5 stream where we create the character, and then after that do stream 1. Bit late now, but you know, whatever. Not a huge deal. And we can just walk around and stab this guy in the back. No real problems. There's a bunch of guys going this way, so why don't we go ahead and take a look up here real quick. And hello! I said they've been killing dragons, I didn't say they killed all the dragons. And Baby Cakes has some things to fucking say to us. Which is that he has some choice words if we try to run down this side alley, or, God forbid, straight towards him. So there's only really... I took an arrow to the chest. How many shots do we have? 42. That is nowhere near enough for what we've got planned for you. So we're going to see if we can bait out an attack over here. Okay, no, apparently that just hits everything. Just, you know, fuck me. But if you brave it and you run straight underneath him, guess what? You're perfectly fine. And you're rewarded for your efforts, even, because as you come down here, there's a chest. And what a lovely chest it is. Almost as good as Nazalia's. God, this dragon is loud, huh? Let me see, do I have any... No, I do not seem to have an item that would make this a little bit safer for me. But that's okay. Because if you're looking closely at this chest, you may notice something a little bit off, in that it is opening and closing by itself. And there appears to be something fleshy inside. How peculiar. I don't know what it could be, though, so why don't we go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just... My chest does that too. It does, in fact, open and close and have fleshy bit inside. Yeah. That's fair. We're going to go ahead and two-hand this, and then... The fucking... As Dave says, and I love... The fucking audacity to have the first chest... Oh, I'm dead. In the game be a mimic is hilarious. Oh, cracking my spine. But yes, behold the world of Dark Souls mimics. Truly audacious, right? But if you want a little secret, you don't have to put up with any of this. It is that simple. You can literally sprint from the area you start down to here without any real trouble. And there is something over there that I kind of want, and I'm debating if I want to go get it now. Because it will make things much easier going forward. your pale calves are like beacons. My shining moonlight, it turned out to be this bitch's calves. Is it that one all the way down there? Alright, I'm going for it. Yes, it is. Hee hee hoo hoo. I have gotten the first step to me having fun in this game, which is Big Sword. I got myself a small sword for giggles. But oh, now it gets real. And I do not have the strength requirements to wield it. Such is life. C'est la vie. I was like, no, I didn't time it correctly. Ugh. Let's try this again. Dark Drift, a cursed sword with an unseen blade. Choice weapon of Uria of Londor. A name we don't know. So, who cares? Now we could farm these guys for souls and, you know, go through a couple times, get everything we need to level up. But like, why? We could just do that. Where are my souls? Are they down here? No, they are not. We'll come back for this Mimic a little bit later. If I remember correctly, he has an axe for us that has enchantment, so it's pretty good if you get that early on, but overall, it's not necessary. You grabbed your souls, didn't you? I don't remember. I feel like I didn't. But at the same time, I have 3,350. It's not a huge loss if we didn't. No, you did. Okay. I trust you. Ooh, I misread that pretty badly. Yeah, you wouldn't have that many right now if you hadn't. Let's see, can I go up here? Yes, and this is in fact somewhere that we want to be because it lets us GTFO later. And we're going to go ahead, collect some levels, and increase our strength so that we can wield our new toy, because that weapon will carry us through this game. Literally, the Claymore, you can pick it up very early, and you can take it to the end of the game, no problem. It will not be the weapon that I do that with. I may use it occasionally, because it will be pretty damn good, honestly. Let's go ahead and throw... Do we want another point in that, or do we want another point in Vitality? Let's put it in Vitality so we can increase our equip load some more.
Farewell, Ashmaiden.
Thank you, Pookie. And then we are going to go ahead and... Oh, no, it needs 16. Fuck. Well, it's a good thing that I have souls. I don't know if I have enough souls now that I look at it. We'll see if this is enough to get
Welcome,
my
speak.
strength up
Very
to
well undertaken.
16 so we can wield that. I don't think it is. No, it's enough for one level. Oof, silly us. Silly, silly us. We need like 3,000 more souls.
Farewell,
Let's see if we can sell anything for a little bit of a moolah. We could sell an ember. That will give us a little bit more, but it's kind of like meh. Short sword, useless, useless. Short bow, long bow. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of... Oh, can't sell it because it is currently equipped. What is my dex right now? 14, so I can use the longbow, which will be our desired weapon. Sacred Cleric's Chime, useless. We'll want to get more arrows as well. How much do we need for an arrow? Wood arrow, 5? 178 arrows? I don't think that's quite enough for what I'm thinking. So I'll wait for a bit.
Ashen one.
In the meantime, I'm going to go run through the High Wall of Lothric once more to go ahead and gather some sowls. Because sowls are tasty, scrumptious. Did you pick up any soul clusters? I picked up a couple of... By soul clusters, you mean like the stray souls that you can pick up, right? I just used them. Yeah, I used them, but it only got me like 1 level. Yeah, the soul items. Okay, lol, I left for a second to grab a chocolate egg. Ooh. Alright, Easter was a little while ago. I didn't get any chocolate. Not that I really asked for any, so... And you can see him in the back. His tongue going blah 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 blah. What the hell? What the hell? Thinking about getting takeout tomorrow? Ooh, from where? Suggestions? Oh, so you haven't decided. What do you guys have in Canada? I think like maybe some hibachi, like a Japanese rice and like teriyaki chicken or something like that. I took your neat. His form is amazing! He wanted to let me know. I don't think I can do that here, lol. you don't have like a Japanese like takeout restaurant? Maybe I'll get pad see ew from a Thai place. Yeah, maybe. But really, you don't have like a Japanese takeout place? Crazy. Ooh, we got a raw gem. There are 3 sushi places. But is it only sushi, or do they have like other dishes? You don't have like a Japanese steakhouse or whatever they call them. In America, they're either called hibachi, which is not actually the correct term. I forget off the top of my head. Hibachi is a type of grill. But basically it just means they prepare the food in front of you. But it's also like... Sometimes they'll call it a steakhouse because they prepare like beef meals and chicken and stuff like that. But you guys don't have anything like that in Canada? For shame. So I think I'm going to take off the hood so that we can get... we can let our sad thing breathe a bit. This really is the Joker, but if she slayed. Sorry, is the dragon not gonna... We had a place like that in the mall, but it closed. Ah, damn. You gonna do, like, your whole thing? There you go! Good dragon! Or a bad dragon. Ho 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 ho! Maybe do it again. Dragon on strike, lol. Yeah. He doesn't play my games. He's not performative like that. There's more to the dragon than just their fire breath, okay? I could kill this guy, but at the same time, he's liable to just kick my ass. I don't really want to deal with that right now. Until I at least have my claymore. We can trick the dragon into setting him on fire, but... overall, I think that's kind of a losing game because 9 times out of 10 I'll set myself on fire. Make another Titanite shard. What I find really funny about this location is if you try to snipe the dragon from here, it will turn around and just charboil you. He does not care. This place is not safe just because there's a bonfire here. It is very amusing. Now that I've rested there, maybe I'll try taking on the knight. First thing I did when I got into Toronto was I got myself a double Big Mac, because a double Big Mac you can only buy in Canada. Then I went home and I took a massive shit. Ow, you fuck! No, please! Give me that ass! Why don't you have double Big Macs? Because Canada is fat. Yes! Gotcha, bitch! Only 220 souls, not worth it. And he didn't even drop anything. Sad face. I don't think this will be enough to level up, but we might as well go check, hey? If it's not enough to level up twice, we can always grab a shit ton of arrows and then do plan B. There you are.
Welcome home, speak then. Very well, then take me.
Ooh, we're 300 off. Do we want to say, do we want to just go for it? Do we want to buy arrows, or do we want to just wait? I think we can wait for 300 souls.
Farewell, Ash May the...
Is there anything else we have that we can sell for stuff? We do have a raw gem. That might sell for something. Bandit's dagger gives us 100. Short sword will give us another 100. Let's go ahead and take that off. If I take off my shield as well, I get a fast roll, which will be useful. And then I can also, if I just take off everything right now, then I go sell all of that I won't be using. Oh yeah, if we sell a raw gem, we get 150. Bandit's dagger we don't need, and short sword we don't need. We also don't need this broken straight sword or the short bow. Might as well just go ahead and get rid of that. We'll hold on to the shield for now. And then
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then touch the take nourishment.
We shall then level up and equip
Farewell, Ash
the Sword of Fun Times. God, her big meaty hands. Oh god, her hands are so big. Oh, I didn't realize until now. Holy fuck. Beautiful. And we have our big attack, our upward thrust. This weapon is very versatile because one-handed it gives you a big ol' swing, and a poke. Two-handed, that big old swing becomes an overhead chop. I realize you already know this, Eris, but it's good info for VOD watchers. And then we get another poke followed by an upward swing. So it is a quite versatile weapon, not to mention its long range, relative ease of equipping. Because while it is a big weapon compared to some of the others, it's also a lot lighter than most of the other big weapons. So it's a good middle of the road. It's a quick weapon at that. Yeah, for those who come after. I always come... Wait. And then our plan is to, as soon as possible, we are going to infuse it with fire. Which is why I picked up the fire gem.
Pretty be careful, I don't want
I don't want to see my work squandered. So that is the goal for now. Let's see, what is our weight now? We're back up to 40, because fuck me. If I take this off, is that enough? No. If I put this on, is that still underweight? Yes, it is. Do I want to pick up some gloves? I want to be light, but I also want to have a little bit of protection. How much do these weigh? 2.5? Nah, not really worth picking up. I will grab a couple of these arrows.
Ashen one.
Even though we're not going to use them quite yet. But yeah, I think we're more or less kitted out for everything that we want to be doing for right now. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What should we do now? I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of like, oh, I could get up and stretch and take a bit of a nap. But at the same time, there's so much to do. I don't know. I'll save that for next time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you had a fun time. I certainly did. Character creation was insane. And next time we will take whatever this is out for more of a spin. And similar to, I think, Bloodborne, I am going to be making a very fast, hard-hitting character, I think is my goal. Even though this game is more meant for you to have, like, a more balanced build, in my opinion. We're going to be seeing how far we can get with the glass cannon. A beautiful creature. Yes, it really does look like she's been crying and her makeup has smeared. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and dip for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you had as much fun watching as I did playing. We will continue in the future with the High Wall of Lothric, defeating some bosses and stuff that will come. She weeps for her own existence. I would too. But, yeah, if you did enjoy, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing. You know, things that will boost the algorithm and let other people see this video and decide if they like it or not. But, obviously, you don't have to feel obligated to do that. The thing that I will, however, push on you is that you take care of yourselves, your health, your mental health. That's what's actually important in life. And without further ado, have a wonderful night. Goodbye.